Heading into next season on this 4-year For the People commitment.
Programs for the people.
Can you talk to us about the programs for the 2019-2020 season?
Oh, which one do you want to start with? Short?
Rhythm dance.
Yeah, sure, rhythm dance.
Yeah, you can go start with short.
Okay, sure. So for the short, we've actually decided to revisit an old classic. We're going to be doing Mack and Mabel, but with lyrics. So it is our own twist on it. We know it's such an iconic program from Jane and Chris.
Yeah.
And so we know that there's that legacy behind this music. I think the lyrics does bring a brand new dimension to the piece, but we just really liked that sort of silent movie feel, those strong, exaggerated characters that you can create with that music and that theme. And we went really Broadway with it.
Like Broadway.
As Broadway as you can think. We really wanted to play that up. We worked with a really great choreographer who works in that style, Jeff Demetriou, who's worked with us before in the past. He was an integral part of the choreography team along with Carolyn Uris. And the 5 of us just spent 2 weeks just putting this together. And I think we're just starting to get the hang of the program, but it's been so much fun. It's so much fun to do because it just feels so terrifically cheesy.
Is it hard? I mean, talk to me about choosing music that is recognizable and known to another great team.
Well, that's tough because you want to do it justice, but you also want to make sure that you're true to yourself as athletes. Like they have their own image. They are Chris and Jane, like icons, but we in a sense like our own icons, so we're just taking on that challenge and being able to enjoy a new creation of this wonderful legacy that Jane and Chris left. And I think we're both very, very excited just to put our own spin and really enjoy the full Broadway performance of it.
Right. I mean, in a new genre like this, new to ice dance, how did you sort of approach it in terms of how many pieces did you listen to or did you consider before you arrived?
We listened
too many.
Too many? Okay. I mean, actually, the fact that we have to do a quick step in the rhythm dance did limit our choices somewhat. There were some musicals that we thought of right away, but when we went through the soundtrack, there was nothing to do the pattern dance to, and we sort of had to ixnay them right away. I think at the same time, we were a little bit unclear at the start of what sort of piece we wanted to create. I think what we did end up on, based on the impact we want to make this season, I think, you talked earlier about like, this is their time. We really feel like this is our time now this year, especially. It feels like things are really coming together in the way that we want. And I think our primary thought with the Broadway was we wanted it to be big and Broadway and in your face. And that was the way we wanted to do it, because that's what that genre is to us. And I think that's what's gonna get people invested in what we're doing. Like, I think it's the kind of program where we really want people to get so excited they're getting up before the program's even done, that sort of thing. And that's the atmosphere that we want to create with this piece.
That's great. And free dance, tell us about that.
Oh, so the free dance is tough because what do you do after Vincent? And how do we continue the whole our program for the people theme? And for us, the World Championships is in Montreal, so we really were thinking about trying to keep something Canadian. And we learned so much about Vincent and how to move and how to tell a story between two people. But this way we're flipping it a little bit, and it's about relationships that sometimes just don't work out. So we're actually doing Joni Mitchell, Both Sides Now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of fun trying to get this together. It's tough. I mean, it was a really challenging thing to put together because musically it doesn't have a change of tempo. Where do you put that in? We don't want it to be like Vincent because we had that instrumental piece that we put in towards the end of the program. What do we do? So we actually had the guy that does our music, the music guy, Rob.
Rob, and he put together an orchestral piece to open the piece, which would sort of set the scene for this relationship between two people that can sort of not work out in the end. And I think we really wanted to explore that, what that means for things not to work, and to me, there's two things that are happening in the song. There's this sort of acceptance of it, and on one side, that acceptance is really sad because you have to let go of things, and you have to actually accept that things don't work out, and there are some things you don't know. Even, the last line of the song, I really don't know life at all. And in one way, that's really sad and tragic, and on the other hand, it's really liberating to be able to admit that you can't control everything, you can't know everything, not everything you pursue is going to work out the way that you want it to. And I think when you can be in that place of acceptance, as much as it's hard, it's also liberating. And I think we're trying to look at those two sides of the coin. And in the choreography, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of mirroring. A lot of repetition, a lot of exploring the two sides of everything.
Excellent. Well, wow, I can't wait till Montreal. I mean, we got a long season ahead, but it'll be such a great moment in Montreal for you to just get to those programs, particularly your free dance and the final notes of that. So thanks so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you.
Best of luck next season, and we'll be watching closely.
Thanks.